Got your attention, didn't I? Because coming this fall from the department that made disease surveillance optional. One man, 3 outbreaks and counting, and one unshakable dream. No, he's not worried about germs or diseases, but he is going to make salmon cakes. And no, this is not Emeril Lagasse. Folks, the Secretary of Health and Human Services now has his own cooking show, creatively called The Real Food Show. It's going to have celebrity chefs, full production, streaming on your actual government-run HHS website. And it's presumably going to be easier to find than the outbreak maps. And on the first episode, a chef named Andrew Gruel makes crispy salmon cakes with apple, white bean, and green salad. And they say it's under $5 a serving. I'm not sure where they shop, but RFK Jr. told USA Today that cooking at home is a lost art, and he is here to bring it back, and that's okay. But while he's cooking up this salmon and working out in jeans, at his actual job, there is a flesh-eating parasite, the New World screwworm, chewing right through Texas cattle, and it's causing over $1 billion in damage. There's the salmonella scare in Texas's eggs, and the produce parasite that I've been yelling about for a couple of weeks. You know, the going 40 times a day one? All still working through dozens of states. And if you know, you know. And if you don't, you can go watch one of my other videos. Just don't do it on an empty stomach. But my question is, what exactly was on fire that this department made this the priority, a cooking show? Because the screwworm alone is $1 billion problem. Actual data and actual dollars attached, sitting on RFK Jr.'s desk, while he's out there workshopping salad pairings under studio lights. And the New Republic covered this new show under a headline that is, it is perfection. Quote, RFK Jr. launches cooking show as nation racked by explosive diarrhea. End quote. Thank you, New Republic. Kudos for that. Congratulations for that. And I've got to tell you that the New Republic was founded in 1914. It survived 2 world wars, the Depression, Watergate, all so that one day it could use the most polite headline ever written about a country that is actively shitting itself. And look, there is a version of RFK's food message I don't hate. Cook more, eat less processed food. I am on board with that. But a lot of his ideas aren't healthier, because the problem is what he's swapping in. Beef tallow and butter over seed oils. And he's out here actively demonizing the seed oils, while the actual research ties seed oils to lower rates of cancer and heart disease, not higher, lower. And of course, he flipped the entire food pyramid without science to park meat and full-fat dairy right at the center of it. And look, I am A-okay if you want to make dietary choices that suit you. If you think seed oils are bad, okay, don't eat them. But it's an entirely different story when the government is telling you what you should and shouldn't eat without any evidence to back it up. And if they wanted evidence, I'm A-okay if they commissioned real science to figure out how to get us healthier. But when they commission science, they always start with the conclusion in mind and never veer from it. And down in the comments, I gotta ask you, if you're a foodie, who's your favorite celebrity chef? Because here in the Florida Panhandle, right down the road from New Orleans, Emeril, he's been a mainstay for a while, and I'll probably get shamed for not picking him, but God, I love me some Jose Andres restaurants. Anywhere I travel, I seek those out. Fantastic food. What about you guys, you foodies? Who are you picking to have your cooking show instead of RFK Jr.? And by the way, this cooking show from a health department mid-outbreak, it's not nothing. It is a tell. And it tells you exactly what this administration thinks the job actually is. Has nothing to do with containment, not the boring, unglamorous, nobody claps for its science of stopping a bug from eating through your beef supply. This administration sees this as content, a show. And by the way, this affordability pitch, under $5 a serving, cheaper than fast food, I dare you, go look up their ingredients and price it yourself. Because this guy built a plate where meat and dairy anchor every single meal, and meat and dairy are the 2 items that have been kicking families in the teeth at the register for 3 years straight. You can say beef tallow is the budget option, but go price it. It just isn't true. And reportedly, and I say reportedly because I can't verify this myself, but I have heard that RFK Jr. has largely checked out of the actual job. He's showing up around 10, leaves by 4, doesn't hang around for most meetings, which, hey, look, more power to him for that, because as somebody who's averaged well over 60 hours a week for the last 9 years, I'm envious of people that get to do that. Hell, I encourage you, if you can make it 10 to 4 on a work day, great, go do it. Except most people sneaking out at 4 aren't the last line of defense between the country and a fatal parasite. But yeah, let's blame the seed oils. And I'm going to ask you guys to please subscribe, because somebody has to keep watching these outbreaks while the Health and Human Services Secretary is getting his makeup done.